Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh, my God, I got blurry. Fuck. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Let me close my door. Welcome. How are we doing today? How's everybody hanging? How's it going, Loose Change? How's it going, Fart Brains? Never fails to make me laugh. How's it going, Ibrilla? How's it going, Zoth? How's it going, Bean554? How's it going, Conrad Cat? Funny man, do the ha-ha. I will do my best. How's it going, Parmesan Ribs? How's it going, Moon Knight 145? How's it going, Mac Daddy DC? How's it going, Confused Laughter? How's it going, Rhynil, DeBreezy, Atomic J42, Loose Change? I already said Loose Change. I hope you're not, like, into the 9/11 conspiracy theory. Ugh, that's the wrong kind of Loose Change to like. Let me adjust this window very slightly. Boop, there we go. What's up? Oh, yes, Clancy Knox says, excited about my new show. I really appreciate you for saying so, Clancy Knox. Here, let's take a look at that together, actually. I'll pull it up for you guys. Just so you know, so you can see for your dang selves. Pull it in front of you. Here we go. I'm working on a new show here called The Fifth Risk. It's not called The Fifth Risk. I'm sorry. It's called The G Word. The G Word is the name of the show. What is this link to? Oh, there we go. A tag for it. We're with Netflix, doing it with the Obama's production company. It's all about how the U.S. federal government works. It is going to be airing on Netflix probably in 2022. Not sure. We've been working on it for the last year. Things slowed down because of COVID. It's called The G Word. It's based on the Michael Lewis book, The Fifth Risk. It's a comedy show. It's going to be 6 episodes. I think you're really going to love it. It was just announced today. It's really, really very excited to be working on it, and very proud of it. Unfortunately, folks may have been asking, Adam Ruins Everything has reached the end of its run. Our series finale at the end of last year was, in fact, our season finale was, in fact, our series finale. A lot of people guessed that because we wrote it to be that way. And it's a bummer, but it was time to move on to bigger and better things. We did that show for 4 or 5 years, 65 episodes. Extremely proud of it, but there are bigger stories to tell, and this is for a whole season. We're going to be telling some of the incredible stories about the federal government. About good things and bad things all over the place. So I think you're really going to love it. This is really having trouble with the focus today. I have a cable coming to me very soon so I can finally use this thing on Twitch. I've been slowly amassing all the goddamn equipment I need for this thing. Like, also, this fucking thing I got so I could put it behind my desk. I had to order all these parts to put on look at that motley assortment of parts on the top there in order to get that camera up there, and all sorts of different fucking cables, and I have to order them all from different stores. And finally, they're going to be here very soon, and I will have better video quality for this goddamn stream. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful about that. No, the new show will not be on True TV. The new show will be on Netflix. It'll be on Netflix. You will be able to watch it on Netflix. And by the way, people are always asking where they can see all of Adam Ruins Everything. Adam Ruins Everything is going to be on HBO Max. It is currently on HBO Max. The first 20 episodes are. And I am told that on December 1st, every episode of Adam Ruins Everything will be on HBO Max. That is what I have been reassured about by the people at HBO Max. I have no power over them, but that is what I'm told is going to happen. So that's what's going on with me. That's all my new shit. And thank you for hearing about it. Jiggle very good question. A lot of people have been asking me that question. And let me tell you something. We did not have constraints on us in the content of this show. We get into it, and we do, in fact, get into it about the Obama administration on the show as well. So just so you know, people are wondering, is this a propaganda show? It is not. I am writing the show just as I wrote any of my shows. So there we go. Anyway, I think if you do not believe me, you can watch the show, and I think you will be pleasantly surprised. Because look, I mean, we criticized advertising while also being on advertising-supported television on True TV. So why would it be any different here? Okay, so let me get this window out of the way here. All right, so what we're doing right now, We're doing a stand-up comedy show. We do this every week here on Twitch, on this very Twitch stream. My name is Adam Conover. I'll be your host this evening. Here's how it's going to happen. Here's how it's going to go fucking down. I am going to put a Zoom link in yon chat. You, the audience, may click yon Zoom link and join us in our Zoom room so that your laughter can contribute to the show. Now, if you don't want your laughs to contribute to the show, don't click the link, and you can watch it right here on Twitch. But if you do want your laughs to be part of the show, and we would love it if you did because it contributes and makes it feel funny, click yon link. Now, here are the rules. When you enter the room, do not start your video. I will stop your video if you start it. We don't want to see your face. We want this to be like a comedy club where you're invisible and you're only looking at the comedian, okay? That's number one. Number two is do not make any sounds other than laughter. And if do not speak, don't pipe up and say, oh, that's a good point. No, it's like a comedy club. You will be yelled at by the comedian. Just laugh, okay? And please, if there is another sound in your environment, such as someone else talking in the background, if your partner starts doing dishes, if your dog starts barking at your partner because they want food and your partner hasn't fed them in months because honestly they don't take full responsibility for the pet, which you had talked about. You said that you would share responsibility, but who's feeding the dog? You are. Yet they're always barking at your partner anyway because for some reason, despite all this, they love the partner more than you. If that's your situation, please mute, okay? Please do not let those sounds of unhappy home filter their way into our safe space for comedy here, okay? Okay, do we all agree on those ground rules? Everyone sound good? Okay, great. I'm not going to show you my dog. It's a fucking comedy show. Here we go. Boom. Load in, everybody. Load in. Now, again, you don't have to load in. But I'd love at least 10 people in our laughing crowd here. Okay? The link has been sent into the chat. Load in, load in, load in. This is the comedy. We'll play a little comedy club music. You might as well be walking on the sun. Well, it ain't no joke. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and teach the world to sing in perfect harmony and teach the world to snuff the fires and the liars and to know that this is a love attack. No wonder bad is fat. It's just like getting fat and attack and just like fashion, it's a fashion and and it's just okay, that's enough. I remembered most of the words to Walking on the Sun. Okay, so folks are loading in. We got some folks loading in. Don't worry, you don't need to make a sound yet because the stand-up part of the show has not officially started yet. Yeah, impending copyright strike. You think I'd get DMCA'd for that? You think their algorithm would figure that out? Ooh, I'm getting some laughs before we've even begun. Fantastic. Okay, great. All right, we've got our audience here. Now, we've got a couple people. Clancy Knocked, you're muted. Kendall, you're muted. You can unmute if you like, if there's not too much going on in the background. Same thing for Ashley O'Keefe. Okay, great. That's an audience. That's an audience there. Mac Daddy says stick to the comedy. Fuck you, Mac Daddy. Singing is beautiful. You don't need to be good at singing in order to sing. Fuck off. Music is a sacrament that all humans can participate in. How dare you shame someone for singing just because it wasn't up to snuff? Go fuck yourself. All right. No, that's fine. It's fine, Mac Daddy. Don't worry, Mac Daddy, DC. All right. Okay, here's what we're going to do, everybody. I'm gonna leave, and when I come back, I'm going to introduce myself from off camera, and when I come back, I want a big round of applause, and that's when we're really going to get the show going, and we're going to start bringing up comics. I'll do a little stand-up, then we'll start bringing up comics, okay? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Adam Conover. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Are you guys excited to be at a live comedy show this evening? Yeah. Oh, my God. Careful. Don't wake your neighbors up. Watch out. I know you're excited, but we got to keep... And things are bad in the world, everybody. We can't get too excited when there's so much death and destruction around us, when so many people are dying of the coronavirus. Is this a good way to start a comedy show? To bring up the record deaths from the pandemic that's sweeping the country? Oh, my gosh. I'm very sorry about that. I know that we've got the vaccine The vaccine's coming. We've got very positive news about the vaccines. Let's be honest. Americans aren't fucking taking this vaccine. They're going to be like, guys, we did it. We created a miraculous vaccine in record time. It gives 95% protection against the coronavirus. There are no side effects. Will you take it? No. I would rather die at a Kansas City Royals game. What? I don't know why. People are just fucking so much of the country has the emotional maturity of a 3-year-old. You know what I mean? Where just because you're telling them something, they don't want to do it. Do you want to have dinner? No. Do you want to eat spaghetti? No. Just that shit. They can't handle it. It's terrible. I'm gonna get the vaccine. I hope that you do. Here's what the worst side effect is. They said that in 10% of people, it'll knock you out for a day. It'll make you feel sick for a day. I would gladly take that. Frankly, I would take that even if it didn't protect me from the coronavirus. I would be happy just to have one day go by quicker right now. If I could just lose a day, take a shot, and then I go to sleep for one day and don't wake back up, that would be wonderful. Happily. And then maybe I might get to go outside again afterwards. Incredible. I would gladly take it. Okay. What else has been going on with me? Trying to do comedy here. Guys, this is what we call in comedy. We call this biting the bullet, okay? That's what this is literally called. Because I'm the comic getting shot in the head trying to warm up the crowd. Here's what I'm trying to do. This is not quite comedy yet, but I do want to talk about it. I'm trying to teach my dad to play video games. It was very cute. I really am. He asked a couple years ago, he's like, Adam, I would like to play video games. Could you get me a video game? And I said, yes. And I got him a PlayStation, and he likes to play. He likes first-person shooters. He likes to shoot the monsters. And it's very fun, though, watching him experience the frustrations of video games for the first time. I got him Doom, very simple. He just shoots the monsters. He really likes that. But then he saw Red Dead Redemption on TV. And he was like, I want to get Red Dead Redemption. He bought the game, and he was so confused. He was like, Adam, where do I go? What do I do? Why am I doing any of these things? This just seems like busy work. All I'm doing is picking herbs and stuff. When do I shoot guys? I was like, I know, Dad. And then, it's made me realize how much of video games, the challenge is the games themselves aren't hard anymore. He can shoot the monsters all day long. The only things that give him trouble are the user interfaces. Does that make sense? He's like, where am I supposed to go? And I'm like, okay, Dad, press option and then look for the diamond. He's like, where's the diamond? I'm like, well, you got to go to your quest log. How do I do that? You press L1, down, X. And he's like, why is this so complicated? I'm like, I don't know. I don't fucking know, Dad. I can't tell you why. It's terrible. It's really terrible. I got him a strategy guide for Red Dead Redemption. He's like, you need a book to play the video game? I was like, yeah, I don't know why I've been putting up with this my whole fucking life, but no, I'm trying to take care of my dad a little bit. They're getting a little older. Now I take care of my mom and dad rather than them taking care of me, which is really strange. It's odd because that's something I feel a little selfless when I do that. I used to be a selfish child, and now I'm a selfless adult, or I've taken care of my own parents. But it's weird because my friends are starting to have babies now, and they always act as though having a baby is a selfless thing to do. That's really generous. No, it fucking isn't. Having a baby is the most narcissistic thing you can possibly do, you know? Because these are people who look at the world. They look at everything going on right now. They look at the pandemic. They look at the war. They look at the creeping fascism, the climate change, flooding. And they say, but you know what the world really needs? More me. Yeah. Another one of me ought to clear all this right up. Yeah. No, I'm not part of the problem. I'm the only one helping. We got to double this shit right now. No. No way. That's a narcissistic thing to do. Parents are narcissists, and I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. This is a true fact. And yes, if you've been to this show many times, yes, I have done this material before. That's called comedy, all right? You don't know this. Comedians do the same shit every night. That's how we work it out. No, this is a true fact. I learned this, and I love this so much. Here's proof that parents are narcissists. It's a little bit of a story, but I'll share it with you. There's only, I read this. There's a scientific study. There's only one word that is the same in every language. Anyone know what the word is? It's mama. It's the only word that's the same in every language. Mama means mother in every language. Now, why is that? The reason is, this is what scientists believe, is that the first sound that babies make is they just start making their vocal cords work, right? They just start going, ah, ah. You've seen babies. You know what they do. Stupid babies. That's all they can do. The next thing they do is they start working their jaw up and down while making that sound. They go, ah, ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. And the parents look at the baby doing that and they say, oh my God, she's saying my name. She loves me. She wants me. No, she fucking doesn't. This thing barely has a brain stem, okay? This is like an amoebic form of life right now. These are just random electrical impulses causing the jaw to work up and down. And you are looking at it going, oh, it's all about me. They're saying my name. This is about love. No, it isn't. No, it is. This is absolutely nothing to do with you. Ridiculous. Okay, that joke needs an ending. If you think of anything, like a really good punchline for the end, whisper me on Twitch. You can whisper me if you got a really good punchline for the end of that. My parents are pressuring me to have kids now. Not gonna fucking happen. Never. No way. Do you understand how much, if you don't have kids, how much money you make by not having kids? It is so profitable. Like, you could do anything. You're just like, wow, I have an extra like $20,000 a year. If I don't have kids, I could buy a car, I can go on vacation, and the time, oh my God, I'm working on my novel, you're holding baby spit up. It's incredible. You are just, not having kids makes you rich and with a lot of free time. I feel like an idle billionaire, you know what I mean? What shall I do today? Swim laps at 6 p.m.? You can do whatever the fuck you like. My mom is trying to tell me to have babies. She's like, Adam, please, it would make me so happy if you would, to have grandkids. It would fulfill my life. I'm like, how, Mom? How would that make your life so much fucking better for you to see one baby twice a year? What is so great about that? Mom, you're still going to be clinically depressed. It's not going to change anything about your life to see one baby. They should come up with like baby cafes that old people can go to like twice a year, because that's how often they're going to see the baby. They can bring some candy and some toys, you know what I mean? They pay by bringing $10 in a card that they hand over, you know what I mean? Give them the whole grandkid experience much more cheaply, and we don't have to unnecessarily increase the population, you know what I mean? Ridiculous. Okay, should we get the show on the road? Are you guys ready for a comedy show? Oh my God, I want to hear a little more than that. Are you guys ready for a stand-up comedy show? Yeah, all right. I'm going to post the link one more time in the Zoom. If you want to join us and laugh, you are welcome to. Please keep your video off and mute if there's any extraneous noise in your room. But first up, I want to bring, God, guys, she's so fucking good. She kills so hard. I love to watch her kill. Much like the TV show Dexter, it's a joy to watch her kill on a nightly basis around Los Angeles, and I'm so happy to see her. Please give it up for the extremely funny Megan Gailey, everybody. Megan Gailey.
Wow. Hi. Hello, Zoomers. Thank you, Adam. Hi, Zoomers. Hi, Twitchers. Oh, my God. I have it positioned in a way where I can see Zoom and Twitch. It's so fun to be heckled in new forms of technology. I do have to confess, I really want to have a baby, and I think Adam brought me here to convince me not to have one. I really want to have one. I got married right before the pandemic started. I got married last December, and my husband keeps calling our wedding a buzzer beater. So that's very, very romantic. For I don't think this is probably a sports crowd. That's when someone scores at the last possible second. And like our commitment to life to each other. Um, so we got married in December, and then the pandemic happened, and so now I'm just hot in my house. Just an amazing, perfect gladiator shape for my husband because just like a door. This is the rule. We all created a rule in society that you have to get in the best shape of your life for your wedding to have sex with the same person. Like the person that has already seen you naked, unless you're Mormon, and then getting hotter for them for this wet and then you're married. You can't even do anything with the hot body. It's just for them. What a waste. It's like renovating a house and then never throwing a party. Like if I get an infinity pool, I'm inviting people over. I have abs. I'd like to fuck a fireman, Like the rest of my marriage, this body is fleeting. I'm from Indiana. This is going to be gone in a second. Let me at least take it for a whirl, for this is my kids' last good year. That's what the pandemic did. This is it. This is it for them. And then it's over. And I'm not even visiting my family. I'm not seeing them for Thanksgiving or Christmas. My own family's not even going to get to see my tits last year. Do you know what a sacrifice that is? I want to have a baby. Okay, hear me out. And our next comedian, he's going to make a case for this as well. Okay, so I am in an interracial couple. I am the white one. I am very, 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 very white. My dad almost died on a wave runner. Okay, so people are like, "Did you do Ancestry.com?" No, it feels racist for me to do it. My most racist uncle did it and emailed. He's like, "We're Irish." It's like, we knew that. You just like wanted to hang it up in your office you don't use, So I am the white one. My husband is Filipino. And so sometimes people get excited when they see us, and so it's like, okay, you're a Democrat, and that's good. Sometimes people see us and they get very, very confused though. White woman, Asian man. That's what I call a new twist on an old classic. The old reverse San Francisco. So that's what we're working with. And here's the thing: if you're a white couple, people are like, you should have a baby. If you're an interracial couple, people are like, we will watch you fuck. Okay, you need this baby. If you don't have a baby, who will be in Old Navy commercials? Thing is, I'm trying to have a baby for purely monetary reasons. If I can have a beautiful mixed race baby, I never have to work again. All right? If I can this child to pop, lock, and drop it, I'm on the couch forever. Never going anywhere. My mom, she can't wait. Every time I talk to her, she's just like, I loved Moana. It's not right. It's bad. She's thirsty for it in a way. She has white grandkids now. She's already turned on them. She's like, Bobby, get out of the front row. Like she's like, we got a brown baby coming. She's really. Oh yeah, and so my husband, he's Filipino. I'm 100% Irish, as you heard. So people are always like, "Oh my God, you're gonna make the most beautiful nurse someday." That's a medical joke. So I'm white. I'm from Indiana. People want me to go undercover in the GOP. I don't want to do it. I dress really well, I feel like they'd know immediately. So I don't want to, but I do. This go around, there were more white women that voted for Trump. 55% of white women, and so I live in LA, so people are always like, "Who are these white women? Who are these white women?" And I'm from back there, so I have to be like, "I know, I know who they are." Yeah, yeah, they're the dumbest girls I went to high school with. They're the girls that are saving themselves for marriage but have anal. And I don't even begrudge that. I'm just saying it's gonna be a tough group to connect with. They're not really gonna listen to reason. And then it's like, where do you even go to connect with these white women? I don't. I like. Have you ever been to an outlet mall? That feels like a good place to start. If you've ever been to an outlet mall and there's a Coach store and there's a line outside the Coach store just to get in, they all voted for Trump. All of them. At that same outlet mall, there's a Michael Kors store, and anyone is inside of it, they are in QAnon. Okay? This is how we gotta start looking at the demographics of people wearing Skechers and just know that's the crew. Yeah, and listen, no, I'm not doing everything I can. I said I was going to give my car to Black Lives Matter. I guess I maybe should. It's a Jetta. Do they even want it at this point? Soul Cycle did not prepare me for the revolution like I thought it was going to. Honestly, I've been learning all of these skills. I can do sit-ups on a bike. I can't hold a sign over my head for more than 3 minutes. I was also embarrassed when Nancy Pelosi, put on her Kwanzaa Halloween costume, but I was shocked. I was shocked that this elder woman was able to get her bag of bones down to kneel. I mean, when I saw Nancy Pelosi kneeling, I'm like, this is a win for arthritis, if anything. I don't know if it's a win for Black lives, but it's a win for rickety joints. And that's something to be celebrated. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna get out of here soon. It is International Men's Day. And I didn't want to leave you guys without sharing some of my favorite international men that I've encountered in my lifetime. Okay. So just a warning, this list is going to go from sincere to sarcastic. Okay, so number one on my list, my dad. Thank you. I love him. He is an alcoholic, but he tries his best. Okay. Number two, my brothers. They hated me when I was born, so much so my brother Michael was not allowed to hold me as a baby, but they like me. The entire Indianapolis Colts 2006-2017, except for Mike Vanderjagt. My husband, he's great. He did say the other night that long iPhone cords are the number one thing he loves in the world. My confirmation priest who threw me out of confirmation class for asking if you could have sex before you became a priest. I wasn't even trolling. I think that's a valid question. It's like, if you're gonna take advice from this weird old man, I'd like to see some things. Okay. My 7th grade health teacher who threw me out of class because we watched a birthing video and I said he should go home and thank his wife. The man I met in the Florida Panhandle who pulled his truck up beside me and said, "Where are you going?" And I yelled at him, "Planned Parenthood." And then he spit on me. So yeah. Big ups International Day to him. All of the men on Twitter who have blocked me and all of the men on Twitter that I have blocked. Happy International Men's Day. the very worst of the Real Housewives husbands. That's Jim Bellino, Shane. Actually, it's all of them. It's all of them but Mauricio and Juan Dixon and Eddie. Okay, so it's all of them, not Tamara's Eddie, the new Eddie. And then my final man for International Men's Day I'd like to congratulate is the Eagles fan who celebrated the Eagles Super Bowl win by eating horse shit off the ground. What a hero. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, Megan. Thank you. Go for Megan Gailey, everybody. Keep it going for Megan. Okay, so Megan, are you planning on having kids? You want to have the kids?
I do.
But what's your personal reason for wanting to have the kid? Do you agree with me that it is for your own narcissism, or do you think that there's some broader? Because you're not just doing it for the people who want to see the hot interracial baby.
No, okay. So, I mean, I worked at a retirement community, and it was sad when people had no kids and were dying.
Aw.
What? Come on. You're literally like,
wow.
I'm not going to know anybody. I'm going to be all alone. It's that.
Well, but here's the thing about aging is that your friends all die too.
Yeah, but you're assuming you're going to be the most long-lived friend. Maybe you're going to be one of the dead friends.
I'm just saying there were people that I sat with while they were dying, and I don't want someone to sit with me who's being paid $11 an hour to be there.
But you really, come on. But it's so much more expensive to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a person just to get them to provide that service at the end. I think I'd rather just spend the $11 an hour.
Well, I am not fiscally responsible, and so having a kid is just kind of like, playing into that brand already.
But don't you think then you're just having kids because you're like, I need somebody to love me? Like, is that what it is? You're afraid you're going to die alone. You need someone to love you later, but people love you now. You don't have enough love already? You got to breed more love for yourself?
My husband's allergic to dogs.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Implying your husband don't love you.
Gotta pet those babies.
All right, keep it going for
that to be funny.
Keep it going for Megan Gailey, everybody. Thank you so much, Megan. Oh my God. All right, your next comic, extremely wonderful gentleman. I am told, he told me before this very show that he is himself having a baby. So I decided to launch into a very offensive bit to him. Please welcome Chris Garcia, everybody. Chris Garcia.
Thanks, everybody. I thought that was really cool personally, Adam. But he was like, how you doing? I was like, we're expecting. And he was like, here's 10 minutes for you, you piece of shit. You selfish piece of shit. Isn't that great? What a guy. Adam ruined me having a baby. How about that? Me and my wife's Thursday night. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, we're having a baby. I don't know. I don't want to do material about it, but the baby, our daughter will be half Cuban, half Scandinavian. So she will either be a supermodel or a food truck. She'll have some sort of Viking plantain situation. Either way, hopefully she'll make a lot of money. But anyway, I'm going to do I thought it'd be fun to switch it up. So I'm going to do a slideshow. I found my high school yearbook. And so I thought it would be fun to go through this kind of weird part of my life and just use pictures for it. So let me see. I'm going to share screen, Adam. Are we ready to do this business?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. And can y'all see this?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. Well, the first person in my family born in the United States. My parents are refugees from Cuba, but I was born in Inglewood, California. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Inglewood. I was born on the corner of Go Raiders and Fuck Haters. I went to a rough junior high. Our mascot was Cypress Hill. But I really liked growing up in Inglewood. It was a home of Randy's Donuts and the Lakers in my family. But when I was going to go to high school, there was like all this, the LA riots happened, there was police brutality, and 2 kids at the high school I was supposed to go to got shot. And so my parents decided to lie about where we lived so I can go to school in a better district in Manhattan Beach, California, the home of the Beverly Hills 90210 Beach House. So all of a sudden, I went to school with, this is a picture from my yearbook. It was all flip-flops and Adam's apples as far as the eye can see. It was just fucking Daniel Tosh, Australia, everybody. That's where I went to high school. Let's meet some of my classmates, shall we? There's on the left right there, you've got fucking Gavin Haney. Gavin was the bass player in a band called psilocybin, which is actually the active ingredient in mushrooms, he loved to say. He was an artist. He won Best Artist in like the yearbook, and he would draw eyeballs with wings on surfboards. What a talent, what a visionary. In the middle, you have Alton Woodward. I didn't know that you could be that tan and that blonde and not be fucking Miss Venezuela, but somehow Alton pulled it off with the fucking richest name in the whole world. And then you've got Brent Griebenow. On the right there, Brent, he had a pet pig that he called Piggy Smalls. And he would bring it to school and he would get it high as a parlor trick. He would blow weed. It'd be like, dude, you actually have to blow it in its ears. Because if you blow it like in its mouth, it's already like, so it'll like straight up choke. Like I had to fucking CPR this pig one time. So basically just blow it in its ears and then it'll get super irie. Oh yeah, there was no, I went to school, it was all black and Latino, and the closest I came at school in Manhattan Beach was Brent Griebenow and an Afro wig. This school had a conservatives club. It had an investment club where they invested real money into the stock market. And it had a surf team. Yep, that is America's high school surf team. On the right there, you've got Jen Fox and then Big Wave Dave Tongue. Also known as Tunger. He was the biggest party animal. His dad was a celebrity Qigong master, and which is a sentence that shouldn't exist. But he had the best weed in the whole world, and he got me high for the very first time out of a 4-foot bong that had a sticker on it that said THC. And at the time, I didn't know what THC was. And I was like, hey, Dave, what's THC? And he's like, actually, it stands for the head changer. And well, it was my first time, so I didn't get high. All of a sudden, I was surrounded by these future Fox News correspondents, like Tane Hilton and Talia Godone and Taryn Turney, and famously, Manhattan Beach is where Shaq moved when he joined the Lakers. And speaking of Shaqs, this is where I lived in Inglewood, California. So I went to this school, and well, let's take a look. Who wants to fuck? There I am. Picture was taken on the first day of school. I thought it would be cool if I was like appeared bored. So I just kept on yawning. So I was like, oh, like I'm too cool for this. And then I yawned during my picture, and I look fucking higher than Willie Nelson's pigtails. Oh yeah, hold on, here we go. Here I am. I don't know, my parents put a lot of pressure on me. They wanted me to be an astronaut. I think they forgot that they're the hardworking immigrants. I'm an American. My dream is to get hit by a Walmart truck and get paid for the rest of my life. But here's my dad. Oh no, that's me. Things ended up okay for me. No, okay, here we go. That's my dad. Yeah, he wanted me to be an astronaut. He was on track to be an astronaut in Cuba, but or he was like on track to be an engineer, but then he fled and came here. So I was kind of his second chance. But I like read On the Road once and just wanted to live in a tree, and I just love poetry. And my dad was like, I floated through shark infested waters on a hubcap so this motherfucker can read haikus. And he was very disappointed. But in the 90s, when I grew up, we hit a hard time because he got laid off from his aerospace job. And but my dad's Achilles heel is his pride. So he would like lie so we would appear like we were doing better than we were. especially when it came to contact and like communicate with our family back in Cuba. So something my dad would do is that we would go to open houses, model homes, and
my
we
God.
would take photos and send these photos back to Cuba. Like, oh, hey, everything's in the United States, baby. Everything is going great. And so here's my dad and my sister. For this one, look at these. This is look at these fucking plants. These plants are so fake. This is an open house. But for this picture, my dad was like, okay. He told my sister to bring my nephew, and he was like, oh yeah, Chris, why don't you take off your shoes so it'll look more casual? It'll look more realistic. And the fucking realtor comes over and is like, excuse me, sir, I'm trying to conduct business. And who can forget the time my dad made us pull over in front of a Craftsman home and he watered the sidewalk. And we took we apparently lived in 3 different houses within like 4 years. It's the American dream, baby. This is my mom. She's 4'8". She's so small she looks far away. She should have a little sign that says Cubans in the mirror may be closer than they appear. She worked at a factory, but she dresses like she was in the Miami Sound Machine. And she wasn't like books. She's not book smart like my dad, but she's like a super hustler. And she would go to she would do anything to make me happy. So this is a true story. My first year at this school, I was like so sad. And my mom wanted me to be happy. And so she knew that I loved the Beastie Boys and that I just wanted an Adidas tracksuit. I wanted a royal blue Adidas tracksuit with blue gazelles. I wanted to be like I wanted to be the honorary Cuban Beastie Boy. And my mom was like, I'm going to get you this tracksuit and in an attempt to make me feel better. And she knew she was going to get a promotion at her job and she was going to become a supervisor. So she was like, I'm about to have some money. I'm about to get you this tracksuit. As it turns out, this promotion was not to be a supervisor of her coworkers. Her coworkers were all let go, and she became the supervisor of this new subsidized labor program for young adults with special needs. So my mom became a supervisor for these, maybe 18, like after high school, young adults with special needs. Did this deter my mother? So what my mom would do is my mom went to the Disney store and she would buy stuff on clearance. She would buy like a plush Lumiere, like a Little Mermaid doll. She would buy it at a discounted price and she would bring it to work and sell it to these kids' parents at like a higher price. She would buy something for like 50% off and she'd be like, how about 100%? And she would sell it for like a normal price or a little higher. So one day my mom shows up in my room and she's got Adidas. She's got this box and I'm like, what is this? And I open it and there's the paper. There's like the tissue paper and I pull it out and it's a legit blue Adidas tracksuit with the 3 stripes and the trefoil logo. And I turn it around and it says Special Olympics on it.
Wow.
I'm like, well, and so my mom doesn't feel bad. I wear it to school and I get suspended. One time, this is my sister. She was like a born again Christian even back in the day. She would take me in Inglewood. She would like straight up take me to the park to try to convert cholos to Christianity. She'd be like, hello, Mr. Cricket. Would you like to give your life to Jesus Christ? And he would be like, nah, but I'll give you my phone number. And this one time she really connected with this man who wanted to get his life right. And he just started bawling. And I don't know if you've ever seen a teardrop fall over a teardrop tattoo, but a solar eclipse. It is a solar eclipse. You can don't look at it. It's dangerous. Oh, okay. And then I forgot to mention my bully, dude, fucking Brogan Donahoe. That's a real name. His name is Brogan Donahoe. The first syllable of his name is bro. The last one is ho. His name is bro. ran for class president, and his poster said, "Brogan, that's my slogan," and he won. Yeah. And so I looked up Brogan recently. I was like, what is Brogan up to? And would you believe it? He is a lifeguard in Los Angeles. And check out his Instagram page. He is a lifeguard who's fucking into nugs. And well, and that's all I got, everybody. Thanks for listening to this slideshow. And on this little journey with me.
Wait, I gotta get everything back. Hey, give it up for Chris Garcia, everybody.
Yeah.
Chris Garcia. That was wonderful. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
And when you look back on your life in this way, what do you feel you've learned? What lessons do you draw from your long and interesting life, Chris?
If you lie to white people, you can make it in this country. But the number one step is you have to, the playing field is not even. So you gotta juke people to get where you want to go. So number one, lie about where you live to go to a better school, which I actually did for elementary school as well.
Now this is the immigrant story in America. Are you going to raise your own child this way through lies and deceit?
I mean, yeah, if stand-up is done forever, sure, I'll do whatever it takes. I don't have a choice. So, yeah, Beverly Hills High School, here we go. Let's go. Let's get to school in the Palisades, baby. Yeah.
Well, Chris Garcia, thank you so much for being here. Get up for Chris, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. You stop your video. Click stop video. I'll do it for you. Stop video. That is it for our show. We had a wonderful. Thank you guys for coming. Give it up for yourselves for coming out to a live show this evening. Woo!
We did it.
One more big round of applause. You guys did it. You did such a good job, and we're all so impressed. Thank you, everybody on Twitch, for watching. You guys can leave the Zoom if you want. I want to talk to everybody in the chat. Who's Chris Garcia? Oh, I should take his name off, but he's the incredible comic. Here, I'll put both their names up so you can go look them up on social media. Here they are. Hey, thank you, Arch Joan, for the cheer. That gives me a wonderful opportunity to point out that this is a paid show. I pay the comics and our booker to do this show because they are professionals. They have done this for a decade, and they deserve money. And so if you are able to contribute to the stream, it does help me pay them. So thank you, Arch Joan, so much for that. And anybody else who wants to give us a subscription or wants to gift someone else in the chat a subscription, oh my gosh, we'd all appreciate it so much. You'd be supporting live comedy at this time when comedians cannot get out there and perform. Thank you, Fart Brains, my favorite username, for the 200 cheer. Incredible. Can we get a hype train going for the comics? That's what I'd really like to do. I'd really like to get a little hype train going so we can all get special custom emotes and shit. Can you believe it? That would be wonderful if that were to happen. What do you say? What do you say, everybody? Can we do it? I know we all hate it when Twitch turns into a telethon, but oh my gosh, show from Monaco subscribed, and we do indeed have a hype train coming in the weird yellow mustard color that is the channel highlight for some reason. I really should replace that. Copernicus just subscribed. Thank you so much, Copernicus. Incredible person, and we're almost to level 2 of the hype train. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I will take my shirt off if we get to level 4. I will take my shirt off if we get to level 4. I'm not making it up. I will pimp myself out in that way. Thank you, Felix Royale, for the 100 bits. Incredible. It is truly a hideous color. I don't know why this color was chosen. I think it's a new Twitch feature that I wasn't aware of. Another 45 bits from Fart Brains. Incredible. Dies on a Toilet says you don't have to do that. Dies on a Toilet says please don't take your shirt off. You don't have to do that. But I will do it. Megan is laughing at me. Megan, do you think I should take my shirt off if we get to level 4 of the subscriber hype train?
I think you should keep, I don't want to use the word, but I think you should keep threatening so they keep reacting. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it is all about that. We're already at level 2. Tactical Sponge just subscribed. Thank you so much, Tactical Sponge. And Nova Sekai is continuing the gift sub they got from Spliskin, which is so wonderful. Ayusuna says take it off. Felix Royale says, we appreciate how amazing you and the hilarity and joy you bring to us. And I'm so glad you appreciate the comics as well. Thank you so much. We got 50 from Dando Rando and 300 from Thick Diane. Thick Diane. That might be my new favorite username, actually. It might have topped out Fart Brains. Is Thick Diane. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thick Diane. Incredible. But we're still at level 2. And you're only maybe going to see a shirt off if you get to level 4. And if we don't get there, that's fine, because we're already getting, the money's already rolling in, which is really wonderful. And whatever you folks can give. And by the way, if you can't donate anything, it's completely fine. You're still a valued member of this community. You can go. We got a Discord down there. You can click and join that and chat with us. Clancy Knock donated $10. Incredible. I don't know if that contributes to the hype train, Clancy Knock, because the hype train is on Twitch and the donation is Streamlabs. But I really do appreciate that. Asuna gave a gift to Felix Royale. Incredible. And Archdrone donated some cheers as well. Can't thank you enough for supporting live comedy and supporting these wonderful comedians who both are having babies, apparently, and need the money for baby food, especially after I so rudely insulted them. The least you can do. Now I got a laugh from Chris. I'm really glad you guys are sticking around just to watch me do this part. If you want to start your video again and chat, we can totally do it. Or you could just watch me debase myself in order to get donations. Thank you so much. A 33-year-old lady. We love 33-year-old lady. We love to know the ages of the people in the chat. Thank you so much. Insulting them does make their baby food more expensive because they're crying now in the supermarket when they're buying it, and they might get kicked out. Certainly makes their life more expensive. So you want me to start singing again? Now that's too much. All right, I'll take my shirt off, but I'm not gonna sing on command. Okay, all right. Let's be clear. Dancing Queen says you're 35 years old, but you like to say you're 29. I agree. Can you guess how old I am? Bet you can't do it. Bet you can't do it. The telethon portion is almost as good as the comedy show. God, I hate that. I really don't want this to be what I'm good at. I don't want this to be what I'm good at. Oh my God, Confused Laughter. Donated 500 bits, and we're now distressingly close to the moment at which I said I would take my shirt off, and we're not yet sure if I'm going to do it. People are saying do it. People are saying don't do it. Megan was very ambivalent about whether or not I do it. City Boy cheered 1,000. And which puts us at 95%. Incredible cheer from City Boy. Thank you so much. Now, some of that money goes to us in the comics. Some of it goes to Jeff Bezos. So if you want Jeff Bezos to have more money, do it. We're at 95%. I'm not going to do it yet. Oh, my God. Anonymous cheered, and here we go. Okay, here we go. All right, let's do it. Here we are. I'm here without a shirt on. That's it. This is all you're seeing. This is it. I'm not doing more than this. I've done more than this on my own television show. I've been more naked than this, but I'm not going to do it on Twitch. Like, I get paid for that. That's where I get I'm in a union. I get medical for that. I'm not just going to do it here for Twitch for 5 bits. Are you kidding me? No nipples. No, you're not seeing any nipples. You're not seeing any nipples. Are you kidding me? Well, let's see what happens if you donate more. Let's see what happens if you contribute more. It's against terms of service to show nips, says Asuna. 33-year-old lady cheered again. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, there's the whole issue with are the nipples male presenting or not. That's fucking bullshit. In solidarity with female presenting performers, I will not show my nipples. Because if they cannot show their nipples, I will not show my nipples either. Okay? One of them made it in for like 3 frames. Fuck you. No, they didn't. That was a birthmark. Here, I'll show you. Birthmark, not a nipple. Birthmark, all right? I really shouldn't have shown that. Now you can steal my identity. Now you know where my birthmark is. Unbelievable. Okay. Well, we're at level 4. I think that's fine. I'm going to stop doing I'm going to stop doing this this goddamn tele fundraiser. What are they called? You know what I'm talking about. This ridiculous thing that I'm doing here where I beg people around the world for money so I can pay comedians. Let's be honest. We're doing fine. Where is my birthmark? I don't know. Okay. All right. You're cracking up. Okay, good. I mean, look what I've done. Look what Twitch has driven me to. Can you believe it? Just for these paltry amount of money that we're able to make here on this horrible service. and so much of it goes to Jeff Bezos. We debase ourselves in such a manner. What is the gig economy brought us to? My God. Unbelievable. What would Michelle Obama say? It's a very good question. I'll have to ask her next time I see her. What do you think about me taking my shirt off for Twitch? Yeah, just so you know, just to remind you guys, I am the guy who is appearing in this goddamn Obama show. Archdrone, thank you so much for the additional cheer. This is me. This is me on the streets, and this is me in the sheets. All right, we can do both. I contain multitudes, guys. I'm both things at once. Okay, I'm not just this. I'm both these things. Okay, all right. Unbelievable. It's all because of Prop 22. That's right. I've been driven to this by Prop 22. God damn it. Oh my God! Another cheer from City Boy. Thank you so much for the cheer, City Boy. Unbelievable. You folks are an incredible crowd. I'm glad you had a really nice show. Should we play like one round of Magic the Gathering to round it out here? I got to go on a jog. I got to relax, but I could play one round of Magic the Gathering. Are my viewership numbers going up because I took my shirt off? We're at 118 now? This is terrible. I don't want to set this precedent. Thank you, Zero the Stone, for this is so much NADPOD energy. It's pretty hot, so yes. Okay. It's about the same. Okay, thanks, Enigma Davis. All right. Maybe put this shirt back on before we play Magic. Next up, Adam Conover OnlyFans. I mean, isn't it fucked up how many like influencers are just like starting to do OnlyFans now? Just like, hell yeah, it's another site where you can make some money. I mean, you're trying to make a living here. It's messed up. Okay, I accidentally tossed my shirt way back there. All right, I'm putting the shirt back on. Welcome to being a Twitch Thought, says Asuna. All right, 1 second. Woo! Back to normal. Okay. Let's put the desk back down in sitting mode. And we'll convert ourselves to Magic the Gathering orientation.